I thought the lake house would save me, a quiet place, tucked away from the chaos of the world, where I could finally breathe, finally be safe. I bought it with my own hands, not James, not anyone else, me. Every floorboard was paid with my exhaustion, every wall painted with the color of my hopes, and for a time, it felt like peace. I remember James standing at the porch the first night, wrapping his arms around me, whispering, "This is our forever." God, how cruel words can be, because forever lasted less than 2 years. It started with a sentence. One sentence that shattered everything. My ex-wife and my son. They're moving in. I blinked, laughed, thought it was a joke, but James wasn't smiling. He looked me in the eyes and said, Sarah, his ex, needed help, and Ethan, their son, deserved time with his father. But what about me? What about the woman who built that home? What about my peace? Still, I stayed quiet, because love makes fools of the brave. And I was nothing if not brave. But then, Sarah started taking up space. At first, she was polite, cooking, cleaning, helping around the house like some twisted guest. Then she laughed with James. She sat in his chair. She folded his laundry in my living room. And I became a shadow in my own home. But I held it in. I bit my tongue until it bled. Until the day that broke me. James left his laptop open, just once. I didn't mean to look, but pain has a way of finding you even when you hide. Messages, dozens of them, to Sarah. She's so insecure. I miss your cooking. She's let herself go. Photo attached of me, sleeping, half-dressed, exposed, and they laughed. My stomach dropped. I couldn't breathe. My ears rang, but I didn't scream, didn't throw things, didn't ask why. Number I planned. Because when a woman has nothing left to lose, that's when she becomes unstoppable. I sold the lake house, quietly, no announcement, no drama. A kind older couple came to see it, Paul and Grace. They walked in and said it felt like home, and I told them one thing: if anyone shows up claiming they live here, smile and close the door. Days later, James came back, confident, charming, his ex in the passenger seat, his son in the back, trunks full of bags and dreams of taking over what I built. He opened the door, and Paul stood there. Hi there, we bought this house from Emily. His face. I've never seen a man age 5 years in 5 seconds. He called me, again and again. I didn't answer, because I was done speaking to ghosts. He stood on that porch holding bags full of assumptions, and finally realized he had lost, not just the house, not just the woman who gave him everything, but the only shot he had at being a man worth keeping. But that wasn't the end. A year passed, and I came back, not as a visitor, not as a victim, but as someone reborn. His name was Kevin. Kind eyes, gentle soul. The kind of man who listens more than he talks. And fate has a wicked sense of humor. Kevin's parents were Paul and Grace, yes. The couple who now owned the home I once built with love and lost in betrayal. But I didn't come to reclaim it. I came to start over, not in the house, but in my heart. That house taught me something. Love isn't built with bricks. It's built with truth. And if it's not rooted in respect, it will crumble, no matter how beautiful it looks from the outside. I didn't just lose a home, I shed a version of myself. The woman who begged to be chosen, who accepted silence instead of affection, who thought staying was strength. I buried her, and in her place, I chose me. So here's what I've learned. Never love someone so much that you forget to love yourself. Never stay in a place just because you've painted the walls. And never, never mistake being tolerated for being treasured. This is not a story about heartbreak, it's a story about resurrection. And if you're listening to this, feeling like you've lost everything, maybe it's not the end, maybe it's the beginning. Soul stories. If this moved you, don't just like or share. Ask yourself, have you ever given someone everything and realized they were never even holding it?